My name is Yelena Carter. I'm 32 years old, and for 15 straight years, every single Christmas, I spent the day alone, not because I wanted to be, because no one invited me, while the rest of my family gathered at my grandmother's beach house. I would sit in my apartment scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, watching them laugh together in matching sweaters, opening presents, taking group photos, 20-3 people every year, and never me, no explanation, no apology, not even a text. For a long time, I kept asking myself the same question. What did I do wrong? Then last January, my grandmother died, and I didn't find out from my mom or my sister. I found out from a Facebook post. 3 weeks later, a lawyer called me with a secret my grandmother had kept from everyone, especially my mother. She left me the beach house. I didn't tell a single person. I waited for 11 months, and on Christmas Eve, when 23 relatives showed up expecting their yearly vacation, they found me standing at the front door. But let me rewind. I learned about Grandma Vivian's death the same way you learn about an old classmate moving away, through a random social media post. Rest in peace, Aunt Viv. That was it. No call, no message, nothing. The funeral was 3 days later. I drove for hours to get there, only to find out the service time had changed. No one bothered to tell me. I slipped into the back row like a stranger. My mum didn't even turn around. My sister glanced at me once, then looked away. After the burial, I walked up to my mum. Mum. She barely looked at me. Double quote. Oh, you made it. That's all I got. Not, I'm glad you're here, just, you made it, like I'd shown up uninvited. 3 weeks later, my phone rang. Miss Carter, this is Harold Finch, your grandmother's attorney. I didn't even know Grandma had one. He told me to meet him privately, and not to tell my family. My heart dropped. He said something I'll never forget. Nothing is wrong, Miss Carter. Something is very right. Before I explain what happened next, you need to understand something. My family didn't suddenly start excluding me. It had been happening for years. The first time I noticed, I was 17. I saw a Christmas photo online. Everyone gathered at Grandma's house. Everyone. Except me. I called my mum. Oh honey, we thought you were busy. The next year, we assumed you were working. Then, the message must not have gone through. Always excuses, never accountability. Once, when I was 23, I tried just showing up. My mum opened the door and looked shocked, like she'd seen a ghost inside. I heard my sister whisper, "Did anyone invite her?" 23 people staring at me like I didn't belong. I left the next morning after that. I stopped trying for 15 years. Christmas meant takeout food and social media photos of a family that acted like I didn't exist. The reason? My father, David Carter. He died when I was 3. He was an artist, a dreamer, bad with money, good with love. My mum married him young, against everyone's advice. Then he died in a car crash. After that, she wanted to erase him. She remarried, built a stable life, and slowly, she erased everything connected to him, including me, because I have his eyes. Same blue-grey color, same face. My grandmother once told me quietly, she doesn't hate you, Yelena. She hates what you remind her of. I didn't understand. Back then, I would soon. Harold's office smelled like old books and serious decisions. He handed me an envelope. Handwriting. Inside was a letter. She wrote that I was the only one who visited her just to sit and talk. The only one who never asked for anything. Then one line changed everything. The beach house is yours. All of it. The entire property. Worth $2.3 million. The same house my family used every Christmas without me. She had prepared the will years ago. Legally airtight, Harold asked. Should I notify your family? I thought about 15 lonely holidays and said, no, not yet. So for 11 months, I stayed quiet. I transferred the deed, paid the taxes, saved every photo of them using the house, even let my mum unknowingly pay $12,000 for renovations, documentation, evidence. Then, a week before Christmas, I called the sheriff's office. I need an officer present for possible trespassing. December 23rd. I arrived. The key slid perfectly into the new lock. I walked through the house slowly, this place that held 15 years of memories, none of them mine, on the mantel. I found an old family photo, 23 smiling faces. Know me. I replaced it with a picture of just me and Grandma, front and center. Tomorrow, I wouldn't be invisible anymore. Christmas Eve morning, Deputy Marcus Webb arrived and verified all my paperwork. Then we waited at 11:47. The first car pulled in, then another, 6 vehicles, suitcases, food, decorations, laughing like they owned the place. My mum walked up, confidently, and tried her key. Click, nothing. She frowned, tried again. Still nothing. That's when I opened the door, the look on her face. Pure shock, Yelena. How did you get in here? I changed the locks, I said calmly. You changed the locks on Mum's house. Meredith snapped. It's not Mum's house, I said. It's mine. Silence. Then the deputy stepped forward. I verified the deed. This property legally belongs to Ms. Carter. I handed out eviction notices. 30 minutes to leave. Chaos, denial, anger. Then my mum exploded. You manipulated her. You poisoned her against us. I asked one question. When was the last time you visited Grandma just to see her? She couldn't answer. Then she finally said the truth. The words I'd waited 15 years to hear. I can't look at you. Because every time I see you, I see your father. He ruined my life. Everything went quiet. And suddenly, it all made sense. She wasn't erasing me. She was running from him, and I was the reminder. I looked at her and felt something strange. Not rage, not hatred, just pity. You punished me for a dead man, I said softly. Then I turned to the deputy. 30 minutes, one by one. They left suitcases back into trunks, doors slamming. My mother never apologized. Not once, only Aunt Patty stayed. She hugged me and admitted, I should have spoken up years ago. She handed me a note from Grandma. Make sure Yelena knows she wasn't imagining it. Everything she felt was real. For the first time that day, I cried. The next weeks were messy. Some relatives called me cruel. Others apologized. Turns out my mum had told everyone I preferred being alone. They believed her, because it was easier. My stepdad admitted. He stayed silent because it was simpler. My sister visited once, said she was starting to see things differently. My mum called not to apologize, to ask about shared ownership. I said no, then blocked her number in February. I moved into the beach house, made it mine, painted the walls, cleared out old memories, built boundaries, not walls, doors with locks, and I choose who gets a key. Aunt Patty got one. Everyone else earns it. This Christmas, I hosted dinner. Not 23 people, just for Patty. 2 close friends, and a co-worker who had nowhere to go. Small table, real laughter, no walking on eggshells, no pretending, just peace. Later that night, I found one last letter hidden behind Grandma's photo. She wrote, "Living well isn't revenge. Living true is." I sat on the porch, listening to the waves, and realized something. I wasn't lonely anymore. I was free. For 15 years, I tried to earn a seat at their table. Now I have my own, smaller, quieter, but everyone there chooses me, and that makes all the difference. If you've ever felt invisible, stop shrinking yourself. Don't beg for a seat. Build your own table. Trust me, it changes everything.